Welcome to Breaking Bread, everyone. Today we are in Flatbush, Brooklyn, around Holy Innocents Church. Stay with us. Welcome to Breaking Bread. I'm Tati, and today we're going to be around Holy Innocents Church in the Flatbush section of Brooklyn. Now, Flatbush Ave is considered one of the most busy areas in the entire borough of Brooklyn. But just off the avenue is a cozy little neighborhood where we're sure to find some hidden treasures in terms of restaurants. Well, Monsignor Jamie is going to meet up with us a little later on in the show, and we are going to learn about and discuss the meaning of Holy Innocents. Make sure you stay with us because we've got a lot to share with you.
Hey Tati, how are you?
Hey Monsignor, how are you?
Good, just catching up on some work.
You've always got work to do.
I don't know how we lived without cell phones before.
Who knows? I can hardly remember.
So have you been in this neighborhood before?
I'm just actually coming from Holy Innocents Church.
Oh, that's right down the block. It's an interesting story, a little sad.
Yeah,
but,
we'll save it for coffee, cake, and conversation.
That sounds good.
Yeah, a lot going on. So this is Picket Fence, huh?
Yes, they serve good American comfort food.
Okay.
We haven't had that in a long time.
We haven't. That'll be fun. Got the coffee ready?
Yes, nice and hot.
Yes.
And I know the chef, Ted, is in the kitchen, and he's going to be preparing a dish for us, and I think we can give him a hand.
Okay, good. So we'll have a little coffee, and then we'll get to work.
Sounds good. So, Tati, this is Ted.
Hi, Ted. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
What are you going to make for us today?
Well, I'm going to make a blackened salmon with a seafood hash and a tomato chutney.
Sounds good to me.
Let's get started.
What's the first step?
Just heat up a pan, non-stick pan, put some oil. In the meantime, take the salmon, and put some oil.
Okay.
So
Cajun
salt and
spice.
pepper both sides?
Yeah, a little bit, not too much. And then we're going to take this Cajun spice in the pan and then coat it on one side.
I like that, smoking boil.
Put it in lightly.
Nice sizzle.
So you're searing it on both sides?
Yeah, put a little bit of butter over here.
Well, you know my theory. Butter makes everything taste good. And something about butter, I feel like really enhances Cajun seasoning.
Absolutely.
Brings out all the flavors.
Yeah. And then put it in the oven.
So you only sear it on one side?
One side.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn it later. And in the meantime, I'm going to have the seafood mix ready.
Okay.
And the same over here. Just put a little bit of oil in the seafood mix.
And you've got like shrimp and calamari
We have
and some
shrimp,
scallops.
calamari, and little tiny scallops over here.
Right.
Same thing. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a touch of Cajun spice, not too much. And mix it. A touch of butter.
No butter. There's your butter.
Gotta have the butter.
Make it nice and hot.
Put it inside.
Sizzling and crispy.
Wow, look at that. A little wrist action there.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the meantime, and put a little bit of heavy cream and put it on reduction.
Heavy cream also makes everything taste good, especially mashed potatoes.
And put some mixed herbs, some parsley, some tarragon, a little bit of chives in it. And as soon as the herbs begin to crack, it gives a chirping sound. You just take it off and keep it on the side. And in the meantime, the heavy cream has reduced enough. Already pre-made mashed potato that we have already had before. As we keep doing this, keep an eye on the salmon over here. It would be a perfect time to turn it around.
So you can cook that to order if you want it well done, medium, whatever way you want it.
Absolutely. And as this one begins to reduce.
Wow, look at that.
What a nice, rich side dish. So they're not side dishes just filling up the space, but that stands on its own. Nice.
And in the meantime, keep it on the side so that it doesn't overcook. And this is the last procedure. We have some tomato chutney made over here, just to heat it up a little bit.
Now what's in that tomato chutney?
This is pureed tomato, some onion, some garlic, a little bit of sugar, and a little vinegar, a little bit of ginger juice, some Tabasco, and some sherry wine vinegar.
Wow.
Nice.
The chutney is warm enough. The potatoes are reduced. And then put the mold inside.
So the mashed potato stays right in that mold.
Remove the
Wow.
mold and take the salmon from here. Just gently place it down.
And look at the juices coming out of that salmon right into the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And as you go out, just put a little bit of fine herbs on top.
Perfect.
Wow.
Voila.
That looks great. Can't wait to dig into that.
I know, blackened salmon with seafood hash, which I've never had before, so
The tomato chutney.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. We're gonna go try this.
Sure, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
I think we're gonna like it.
Let's go.
All of this looks wonderful, doesn't it, Monsignor?
Oh, I can't wait to dig in.
Let's dig in, and we've also got a little
What's that?
pre-salad.
Yes.
With a twist.
Okay.
It's
Some sun-dried
interesting.
tomatoes I see in
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it's interesting because this is like American comfort food, right? So the definition of American comfort food has changed so much because we've got like Italian, Cajun, all kinds of stuff going on.
I can't wait to try these these mashed potatoes.
I know. I call them a little seafood mash.
With a little tomato chutney.
Yeah, that's awesome. I generally call that gravy, but I'll take the tomato chutney also, give that a try.
How's it taste?
Wow, the potatoes are amazing. Little chunks of shrimp, very good. It's interesting how we've got comfort food going on over here. And this is kind of like a homey neighborhood of Brooklyn, right? Has the highest concentration of Victorian homes. And you have a history from over here, right?
I was here when I was in the seminary. I did my pastoral year here, not too far from here, at St. Rosalima. And I was always taken back by the beautiful houses. I used to walk the streets, especially in the nice weather.
Right.
So many houses, they all have picket fences.
Right.
And hence the name, picket fence.
Picket fence. Because I think the owner was telling me that every girl wished they had a house with a picket fence in this neighborhood. I get it.
So once you get married, you'll have a house with a picket fence.
Sounds like a plan. Are you still praying? Remember we talked about that.
I'm praying, Tati.
He's probably just on his way. So we're gonna keep on eating, and when we come back from break, we're gonna have a little coffee, cake, and conversation and talk about Holy Innocents.
See you then. Now, what is this very large cannoli?
Yeah, right. Vegetable cannoli. So the Keep It Real chef thought ahead, and you already made us one, right?
Exactly.
So let's see it. As you come to places like Crystal Manor, and one of the owners is someone you went to high school with. Hey guys, welcome back to Breaking Bread. Now it's time for a little coffee, cake, and conversation. Got a little chocolate cupcake.
Yes, yes.
Now the ice cream is melting really quickly, so I'm thinking that they warmed up the cupcake
Yes,
first.
The cupcake is a chocolate cake, and it's a common dessert around. It has some a warm cake, and it has in the center, it has a little chocolate sauce that they warm up.
Nice.
And once again, it's the contrast between the cold and the hot. And,
Got it.
Always makes a nice combination.
Very comfort foody. Woo, the caramel. That's good. Well, let's talk a little bit about Holy Innocents. It's a really long story, and there's a lot to it, which we'll explain throughout the show. But why don't you give us an overview?
The church is named after the Holy Innocents, and really they're the first martyrs of the church.
Yeah.
When King Herod heard that the Messiah was going to be born, or was already born,
Right.
he got nervous.
That's right.
And because he heard he was going to be a king, and you know, he was threatened.
Yeah.
So what he did was he put out a decree to kill all the babies, male babies under 2 years old.
Yeah.
And all those babies, unfortunately, were killed. And the first martyrs, as I said, and the Holy Innocents. And we celebrate and we remember them every year after Christmas, December 28th. And it's a feast day that we remember all of the Holy Innocents. And today we even remember all of the babies today that died very young, you know,
Yeah.
before birth.
Right.
So we remember them in a very special way.
Right. Well, there's a lot to the story because Herod didn't just jump up and decide to kill all the babies under 2. there's more intrigue to it. So the Bible isn't exciting. You get a little bit of everything in this story.
A lot of twists.
A lot of twists. I mean, Herod was so brutal, he even had his own son killed.
Yes.
Right? But it just goes to show you how human effort will only get you so far. Because he was going after the Savior, but he still didn't get him.
Very insecure person. You would think a person with all that power, but I guess, you know, human nature. But to kill your own son,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's something else. Well, there's a lot more to this story, like I said. Lots of turns and twists, right, Monsignor? And we're going to continue with this coffee, cake, and conversation a little later on in the show. Right now, we're on cupcake duty.
Well, Tati, here we are at Purple Yam.
Right next door from Picket Fence.
Yes, and they
I like
serve
it.
great Filipino food, and I hear it's a great place.
Well, you know what? Since you know your way around, I'll let you get to work.
Let's go. Well, we're here in the kitchen of Purple Yam with chef owner Romy, and he's going to prepare a dish for us that really put this restaurant on the map. So Romy, what's this famous dish?
This is called chicken adobo.
Okay, let's start.
Okay, so basically we have a chicken that I cut up already.
Okay.
And then we're gonna cook it in a clay pot. And the most important thing about this adobo is the vinegar. We're using a rice vinegar here, but you can use other vinegars like apple cider vinegar. A lot of vinegar. And then you have soy sauce, a little bit. And then we have garlic.
Garlic, okay.
Lots of garlic if you want.
So you cover the chicken with the liquid and the
Yeah.
garlic, and then you're going to simmer it.
Yes. Some bay leaves or laurel, black peppercorn. You can also coarsely grind the peppercorn if you want. And then some chilies.
Chili peppers.
Yeah, chili peppers.
Make it nice and spicy.
Yeah, this one are Thai chilies.
Okay. Oh, the coconut milk.
Okay. This is an optional.
That's-
This is from my region.
Okay,
We
what
are
region
known
is that?
for- That's the Bicol region in the Philippines. We are known for using coconut milk. And basically, you just simmer it and let it cook. I have prepared already the cooked one.
Okay, so how long does that simmer?
This is about 20 minutes. It's good.
Okay.
I
But
have
now this dish isn't finished here.
Not yet.
Okay.
So this is almost done, and then we have to we're going to deep fry it.
Deep fry it, okay.
To make it crisp.
So it's really cooked. You're just going to make it crisp on the outside.
Yes.
Okay, Romy, as you put that in the deep fryer, I'm going to head back to the dining room and meet Tati, and we can't wait to taste this dish.
Oh, great. I'll see you then.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, guys, well, Monsignor Jamie was hard at work in the kitchen. I peeked in there a little bit. Amy and I, the other owner here at Purple Yam, we're just chit-chatting and waiting for you to finish, basically.
I tried my best without you.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing. So, Amy, tell me more about Purple Yam. First of all, where did you guys get the name?
Well, purple yam is a yam.
It's a real yam.
It's a real yam. It's an indigenous ingredient that grows in the Philippines, and Filipinos love it.
So then a perfect name for your restaurant.
Exactly.
Thank you, Monsignor.
welcome.
See, I got him doing all the work.
Yes.
Today I'm working.
Yes.
He's working. Thank you.
Okay.
This rice is delicious. Now, this is what you made, the chicken adobo, right?
Yes. And it was, it's not a hard dish to make. Coconut milk, vinegar.
This is what they're
Yes.
very famous for here. So I gotta see what's going on. This is fabulous.
Taste those chili peppers also.
This is very, very nice. Very
Now,
nice
what
to
is this
hear.
very large cannoli?
Yeah, right. Vegetable cannoli.
It's called a fresh lumpia. Lumpia means like a spring roll. And the reason we say fresh is because it's not deep fried.
It's
The
delicious.
whole
And it's
concept
light.
of the
It's
roll.
very light.
Everything is so flavorful. You taste the savory in the vegetables. I don't know what else is on there. It tastes delicious. You taste the sweet and the peanut, and everything just kind of complements each other. It goes together very well. This is awesome. Well, we're gonna finish up our food, and then when we come back after this commercial break, we're gonna have a little coffee, cake, and conversation and finish up the story we started telling you about. So welcome back to Breaking Bread, everyone, and we're still here at Purple Yam, and I know we usually do coffee, cake, and conversation, but now we're doing something a little different. We're doing Purple Yam ice cream with some other delicious looking stuff in here, and that is
Young coconut cake.
Yes,
Pie
with
cake.
Pie cake with coconut ice cream.
Ice cream.
Coconut
Homemade.
sport ice cream, which is different. Now I can't stop looking at this, so I'm just gonna take a little taste of that. See what that is.
Some of the coconut pie. The young coconut pie.
Wow,
How is it?
that's awesome. What do you think? Is it kind of different?
Very good.
But for those of you guys who are just joining us, we are around Holy Innocents Parish, and we've been telling you the story throughout the show. Now we're getting to the part that really makes everything make sense, why King Herod kind of tripped out and killed all the babies under age 2. So you want to pick it up from when the Magi came to visit
Sure.
him?
When the Magi came, he said to them that he wanted to pay them homage too, to the new Messiah. And he said, when you find the Messiah, come back and tell me.
Right.
But
King Herod said when
Yes,
you find him, but it was
right.
all a trick.
yes, and he wanted to go, and he was threatened by him, and he probably would have killed him as well. And the Magi were wise men. They knew what he was up to, and they went back a different route, and that was the story.
Very interesting story. Very sad,
Yes.
but a very intricate part of Christian history, which is why it's called Holy Innocents Church. Now, in celebration of them also in Mexico, they've turned it into a different kind of celebration and turned it kind of lighthearted, where it's a kind of day to play tricks on
Yes,
people.
almost
right?
like our April Fool's Day.
Exactly.
And just like Herod tried to trick the kings and fool them into coming back and telling them where the new Messiah was, on that day, they played tricks on the children.
Trying to make something that was very harsh,
Right.
but an important part of history into something more lighthearted and fun. I heard that even journalists will put like fake headlines in the newspapers and stuff like that, just all in good fun.
And it's also used as a good teaching moment too. Because the
Exactly.
way to teach the children about the story, they
Right.
remember it, and it's a way of, it's good catechesis.
Yeah, and you know no one will forget this story that way. So, I have someplace else to take you, still in the neighborhood of Holy Innocents, and let's finish up this dessert and head out.
Do we have to go so quickly?
Well, let's just finish it first. So, Monsignor Jamie, this is the last place that I told you about that I wanted to take you to. It's called Crystal Manor.
Wow, you talked about this. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, you gotta see it. Banquet hall, food spot. I think you'll like it.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay guys, so Monsignor Jamie and I came straight to the kitchen, and we've got Chef Walter here, also known as the Keep It Real Chef, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Brooklyn, what can I say? We've got Maggie helping us out also. Now, you're gonna make chicken,
Yes, we are going to make famous breast chicken of what we have here.
and everybody loves this.
Everybody loves this at all.
Okay, so show me how it's made. What do you do?
First thing Maggie would do, you sprinkle a little oil inside to make it nice and juicy and moist. Then she would put a little seasoning in there.
What
Sprinkle
kind of
the
seasoning is this?
That's a little personal seasoning. I can't really tell you exactly, but it's a nice personal
secret.
seasoning, a little bit of
Every
everything
restaurant
inside.
has a secret
I
Exactly.
know.
ingredient.
And then she's gonna lay the spinach, roasted peppers, and then she's gonna put some nice jack cheese in it. Use Monterey jack cheese seasoning. We have a lot of spices in it, hot pepper and
little
spices.
spicy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like, it's got a kick. I like jack cheese.
Little bite.
So now then you roll this up.
That looks like double stuffed.
I know, right?
And then you're gonna put a little oil on top, nice and moist. Then you put
Yeah.
the parsley and a little paprika, and then we put it right in the oven.
Okay. Now this cooks for a while though, right?
Cooks for like 30 minutes.
All right. So the Keep It Real Chef thought ahead, and you already made us one, right?
Exactly.
So let's see it.
And here's the finished product.
Aha. That
Okay.
looks good. We've got cheese melting out of the chicken breast, and it looks good.
Yes.
Maggie will chop it for you.
And then you slice it like so. So now we're gonna see all the layers that you have in there.
There we go.
So you serve this with, you were telling me about this rice.
Now the rice pilaf. The rice pilaf consists of onion, celery, and carrots. We saute the rice into a nice fresh butter, and then we season it up, and it's there.
Simple, less is more. It
Real
doesn't
simple.
need that much.
Not more. Simple at all.
No. And then also we've got some string beans going on, right?
What we do with the string beans, I saute my string beans just in a little butter and garlic, and then that's it with the string beans.
Not too cooked. So
Not too cooked, so al dente, so it's nice and crispy. So when they hit it, it'll get a little crunch.
Okay.
We're gonna saute it up a little, and normally I would put either chop a little green or red pepper inside to give it color. Then you have the string beans. Then I would put a little piece of mint on top of it so they get the saute flavor. There you go, sir.
And there we have it. And this is one of your most popular banquet.
Yes, it is, man.
So we're gonna try this out and we'll let you know what we think. How about that?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, now, one of the exciting things about breaking bread and being around the neighborhood is you come to places like Crystal Manor, and one of the owners is someone you went to high school with. Brooklyn Tech is in the house today. You know, we're gonna get right into the food. The Keep It Real chef and Maggie were amazing in the kitchen.
Thank you.
The chicken's very good.
Very good. That pepper jack, nice little
The roasted peppers.
One of the good things about this place is that people can come in and get this banquet food to go where they can sit down in here and eat it, right?
Yes, indeed. And we do a lot of takeout during the week. And during the evenings, we have live bands and karaoke and comedy. And we do also a lot of work with the local politicians and the local churches as well. A lot of nonprofits and fundraisers here. So
Nice.
amazing.
That's always nice. I mean, to be involved in the community, but then people support you as well, so it's great.
Now, the chicken is good, but the shrimp is really good too. So is this just like a regular appetizer or what?
Yeah, well, it's really one of our signature dishes here. Our sauteed shrimp. We also do the fried shrimp and jerk shrimp, but sauteed shrimp is really our specialty, so it's something that's very popular.
The sauteed shrimp is on point. This is really good.
And that hot sauce makes it really
Thank
good.
you.
Very good. Everything is really good. Now, being the greedy sweet tooth that I am, you know, I've been eyeing this bread pudding.
Ah, well, look at those blueberries.
Your favorite?
Oh, yes.
Ever since we sat down, I was just like, what's going on with the bread pudding? You can have dessert before dinner, but no, we had to do this first, so
Wow, look
I
at
gotta
that.
dig into this. Oh, are these raisins in the bread pudding?
That is our signature dessert.
How could you have bread pudding without raisins? I mean,
Some people, yeah.
And it has a banana glaze, and it's something very popular.
and the banana's on top. You know how to do it here.
We got a little spicy, kind of new food, very comforting food.
Sure.
A little bit of everything here at Crystal Manor. So if you want to have an event locally, Crystal Manor is where you come and have it. Small, big, you can't go wrong.
It's great.
Or just come and have a bite to eat. The food is really good. You won't be disappointed. Well, Monsignor, isn't it something that there's this beautiful, lovely oasis right off of busy and crazy Flatbush Avenue?
This is a great neighborhood, I have to tell you.
It is really tight-knit.
Oh,
And
it
of
is.
course, lots of good places to eat.
Oh, that's right. A lot of the parishioners, they come to church, they have their souls fed, and they can just walk a block or two and hit one of the great restaurants.
Yep, and we hit a few of them up
Yes,
too.
we did. Yes, we did.
Really good places in this episode. And I'm also glad that we got to talk more and learn more about the Holy Innocents, which are
That's
an
true.
important part of our faith, right?
It's important that we remember them.
Yes.
Because they played a great role in our salvation history. So it was great. It was
Yeah,
great.
so I'm glad we remembered them. We learned more, and we thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go to our website, netny.net/breakingbread. And I think we should go inside and enjoy the church a little bit. What
Let's
do
go
you
say
think?
a prayer.